It's a very weird episode in terms of like our background, obviously, but that's what I did. We went to visit QTCinderella. She seems a lot happier, which is annoying because I don't want her to be happy in Salt Lake City. I pulled to Austin. I actually flew to, where's Kaya? Kaya is in the backyard running around. I'm going to explain to you why in a second. I'm just letting her free roam today because damn, y'all are annoying. Oh my God. It's been one day since I was not live. It's been one day. Okay. I didn't go live for one day. Can you guys just let me go through it? Anyway, so I flew into Salt Lake City, Utah, where this is the last leg of the QTCinderella. You know, I'm visiting my family, an extended family show. And she's been gone for months at this point. It feels like she's been gone for years. Point is, she's been gone for too long, and we had to do an episode with her. Obviously, it's been far too long. Everybody kept complaining. Everyone was like, "When are you gonna do an episode with Cutie?" I'm like, listen, she's the one who's running away from us. Okay, it is not my fault. But yeah, we did. We went to Utah, and this is.
We'll eat you for lunch.
You know what? I think you should settle this. I think you need a boxer.
And then.
Oh no! Everything is on the wide. Oh, that sucks. Marsh didn't have enough time to actually put it together. I went and I lugged 3 different cameras there. We had switchers. We had a whole system. But anyway, you can watch and listen to it later. It's a really good. It's a really good app. It's a very weird episode in terms of like our background, obviously, but that's what I did. We went to visit QTCinderella. She seems a lot happier, which is annoying because I don't want her to be happy in Salt Lake City. I want her to be happy in Los Angeles. But the outfit was fire. Thank you. Thank you. After Cutie read out the fear in group text, you should be shot out of a cannon. Wait, what? Why? I don't want her to be happy. No. She makes better content. She makes better content when she's not happy. But in any case, you had that shit on Utah. Yeah, I wanted to show up for the fans. I wanted to show up for the Utah Normie HasanAbi heads. There are a lot of Utah HasanAbi heads, by the way. It was crazy. Both while we were shooting the podcast, like randomly frequenting around this ridiculous park, but also I'll tell you this part of the story. I get on the plane, one of the worst experiences of all time, whatever, and I'm praying to like, you know, multiple different gods, obviously like DEI gods, you know what I mean? I'm like, I hope there's like a homosexual pilot. Like I was trying to see if the pilot was interested in like zodiac signs or something, at least, you know what I mean? Like he had to be a little quirked up for me, right? Because I couldn't, you know, I if I stare into the cockpit and the pilots are white men, I'm f***ing cooked. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh my God, there's no DEI happening right now. Like there are no DEIs happening on this. Like, is this safe for travel? Like who signed off on this lack of DEI, right? So, anyway, we luckily make it, right? We make it to Utah, Salt Lake City, in one piece. I get out of the car. Austin greets me outside of his hotel, and he was like, "Oh, has anyone stopped you so far?" And I was like, "Nah, I'm washed." He's like, "Oh, I guess you're washed." So I was like, "I'm really hungry. Let's go get some food." Walk down the street. We go and get some food. Okay, and instantly the dude, one of you guys, was working the counter at this place. So obviously not a Mormon, or maybe a former Mormon because it's Sunday. And then the person also eating at the restaurant freaked out as well. And they both got stoked. So everywhere I went, there was a couple of you HasanAbi heads out there for sure. The mountains are so pretty. I will say this about Utah. The mountains are crazy. They go crazy, dude. I get why they have this whole like mountain crunchy granola aesthetic for everything, because that's the only thing that's popping in Utah. Okay. That and like a bunch of corked up shouties who are Mormon and, you know, living life that way. But oh my Lord, dude. The mountains are crazy. I'm glad there was no inversion for you, King. Yeah, no, they didn't even try to convert me, bro. Let's be real. You know. Hasan, are you even able to say you care about the lives and deaths of Israeli civilians? Yes. Super simple. I've interviewed plenty of Israeli people. There's a lot of Israeli leftists in my community as well. And yes, I care about the lives and deaths of all civilians. Israeli, Palestinian, doesn't matter. Are you also going to Gaza, or did you just say that to prove bullshit points, was the second question. I'm working with some people to potentially do it, but virtually every single person I've talked to, you know, you don't have to ban that guy. Virtually every single person I've talked to has stated that while they can have guarantees for security inside of the Strip, there's no guarantees from Israel, unfortunately. But yeah, so there is that problem. Also, we don't even know if the ceasefire is going to actually hold. So there's that issue as well. Following since 12 minutes ago, unfollowed, came back just to follow, just to say that. I unbanned you, just for the record. That wasn't your tune while you laughed at children with families dying as hostages. I didn't do that. But I think that you probably saw something completely out of context and are reacting to that. But it's okay. I don't think you actually care about anything that I have to say regardless. But hey, if you wanted the context, I gave it to you. Your stalkers will ring up every contact to get you targeted. Yeah. Anyway, 60 minutes in, let the man speak in the... So, it was great. Utah was fantastic. I mean, it was a little boring, but hey, by the way, La Raza, shout out to La Raza. I asked every single person what was going on here. First time in Utah, never been there. I asked every single person what was going on with the Mexican flags, and everybody was like, I don't know. They just kind of ride hard, which I thought was interesting. I like no one knew what this was about. Should have went skiing, brother bear. I did not have time to do any of that. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. That's the whole situation. Shot the pod, immediately flew back, and we had to actually basically end the paywall portion of the pod a little bit earlier than usual because I had to get on a flight back home. But young Chicanos with lowrider trucks blasting cumbias, yeah. Believe it or not, there's a big Mexican community in Utah. It's literal rancher heaven for a lot of us. Yeah, I've seen that. I've seen that with my own two eyes. But yeah, mountains are pretty. There's not a lot going on in Salt Lake City. Like, I'm sorry to report. I'm sure that you guys probably will get mad at me for saying this, but there's just straight up nothing going on. There's literally nothing going on in Salt Lake City, especially on a Sunday. Yeah. Maybe there's a lot happening when it's not a Sunday, but I tried some sodas. So that was, that we did that. So that was cool. But yeah, I'm back. And actually, it's pretty good that I took that day off because I feel like regardless of doing stuff, like regardless of it not being a full day off, you know what I mean? A day off from stream is still kind of good to clear my mind up a little bit, You were in the weirdest part of the town on the quietest day. Yeah. Has Cutie moved for good? No, dude. No, she's back. She's back soon.